Hey, it's Kurt with KH Model Works. This is a final reveal video for my Freedom Model Kits A-20C. And here it is. So for those of you who are not familiar with the F-20, the F-20 was an aircraft developed by Northrop. It's the ultimate development of the F-5 series of aircraft. Unfortunately, due to all kinds of extenuating circumstances, the F-20 never went into production. It was an extremely capable aircraft, and it's always been one of the great what-ifs in aviation history of what it could have been had it been able to go into production. This kit is from the company FMK, Freedom Model Kits. This was their first effort, and it was released originally in 2015. This particular box is the FA-20C, which this variant of the kit was released in 2016. So let's talk about the kit first. The kit was okay. So if you have the expectation that this was the very first effort from a new company, I gotta say it was great based on those expectations. Comparing it to the rest of what you'd kind of expect from today's modern kits, there were a couple of things that were of concern. Biggest concern was the fit of the forward fuselage to the main fuselage, the fit of the leading edge of the wing to where the intake goes. Had some trouble with. The fit of the main wheels to the landing gear legs was kind of weird because the opening in the wheel was too small for the hub on the landing gear legs, so I had to do a lot of shaving, sanding, and finagling to try to get the wheels to fit onto the landing gear legs. And also with the weapons, the fit of some of them was kind of wonky, and especially with multiple ejector rack and the bombs on it. Bombs, if you drilled the holes out for the shackles where the instructions would have you put them, the bombs like touched each other on the multiple ejector rack. I can show you a picture later. And then gluing the shackles to the multiple ejector rack was hard because there wasn't really a defined spot for them to go, and it was very, very tricky for me. Then the multiple ejector rack wouldn't fit on the centerline pylon between the landing gear doors, so that's why it's not on here. But it is armed with the Maverick missiles, the laser-guided bombs, and the Sidewinder missiles, as well as a couple of different targeting pods. What I liked about the kit, except for the parts that I mentioned, it fit together pretty well. It's a very unique subject matter, and I really applaud the effort they went through to make a modern new tool kit of an aircraft that never went into production. So they get serious respect for me and points for that, because the previous kit the only other kit available in 1/48 of this aircraft, it was from Monogram in the 80s, and there's also a 1/72 scale Hasegawa kit. So to come out with a 1/48 scale kit of a plane that never went into production, that takes a lot of nerve, and for the most part they did great. The model was painted with Mr. Hobby lacquers, and I used oils and different panel line wash products to get the effect that you see here. So let's take a look all around the model. Take a good look all around. There's the single engine. This is the differentiates the F-20 from the F-5. It's a single engine. The F-5 had two engines. This is painted with the Euro 1 camouflage. I think that this paint scheme looks pretty good on this airframe. Oh, it looks like the rear of the plane went out of frame. Whoops. Anyway, cockpit detail was pretty good, and what I did like is it came with decals for the instrument panels, so that makes it a lot easier to get a good looking result. So overall, I'd say this is a good kit. If you have any interest in the F-20 or the F-5 and want to build its whole lineage, this is an important part of the story, and definitely think it's worth building. Anybody with some experience building model jet aircrafts should really not have a problem with it. Just watch out for the things I mentioned. So overall, I would recommend this kit, and I really appreciate each and every one of you watching. I'll take some pictures and put them at the end of this video. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.